Hello my dear students, we are going to the next type of sums in integration, and this type is called as integration by angle adjustment. Now what do you mean by angle adjustment and what is the method in it? Let us see the method first, then we will understand why the name angle adjustment. The method says adjust the angle in the numerator in terms of angle in the denominator. Now I don't want to talk in air what is angle in the numerator, what is angle in the denominator. Let us see it actually. Let us take an example in this type. An example in this type can be like this. Integral of sine x upon sine of x minus a. Sine x upon sine of x minus a. Now I have trigonometric functions in the numerator and denominator both. So I have an angle in the numerator and I have angle in the denominator. The method says adjust the angle in the numerator, that is nothing but x. Angle in the denominator, that is nothing but x minus a. So I have to write x in terms of x minus a. So let us write x is equal to in terms of x minus a. So let me just put x minus a. So x minus a. Now effectively it has to be x. So I should just add an a. Now my dear students, what we have achieved here is writing x in terms of x minus a. Let us look at one more example. We will see how to evaluate this integral afterwards. Let us look at the example. Cos of x plus a upon cos of x minus a. Now my dear students, the angle in the numerator will be x plus a. Angle in the denominator will be x minus a. So now we have to write x plus a in terms of x minus a. That is x plus a will be equal to, can I write x minus a? Now effectively the sum should be equal to plus a. So I will have to add a 2a. That's a basic calculation. Is that okay? Now let us take some examples in this type. So the very first which I have here is integral of sine x upon sine of x minus a. We just saw the adjustment part of it some minutes back. Now solution, and the very first step is copying the question. Now my dear students, if you understand, you already know what are the first step. We have just seen that we have to write x in terms of x minus a. So we know that in the next step sine of it becomes x minus a plus a. Is that okay? And the denominator does not change, sine of x minus a dx. Is that okay my dear students? Now how do we proceed? We have adjusted. What is to be done next? My dear students, if you observe, the numerator can be said to be in the form of sine of a plus b, where a is x minus a and b is a. Is that okay? Now sine of a plus b is formula. We know the formula of sine of a plus b. Now sine of a plus b is sine a cos b. So can I write here sine x minus a cos a plus cos a sine b. So what we will have here is cos of x minus a sine a. Obviously the denominator will be sine of x minus a dx. Now my dear students, denominator is a single term. So the next step is also known to us. Because the denominator is a single term, can I say we will separate? So in the first integral or the first part, what I'll have is sine of x minus a cos a upon sine of x minus a plus cos of x minus sine a upon sine of x minus a dx. Now sine of x minus a will get cancelled in the first integral. So what we'll have is integral of cos a. Now my dear students, in the second part we have cos of x minus a upon sine of x minus a. Cos of x minus a upon sine of x minus a is cot. So what we'll have is cot of x minus a into sine a dx. Now we have to separate them as two different integrals. So cos a integral 1 dx, because cos a is a constant. Likewise in the second integral sine a is a constant, so we'll have plus of sine a integral cot of x minus a dx. Now to integrate the first integral, that is integral 1 dx. Now we very well know that integral 1 dx is nothing but x. So we'll have cos a into x plus sine of a integral cot of x minus a. Now my dear students, integral cot is nothing but log of sine. So integral cot of x minus a will become log mod of sine x minus a. So let's write that as plus sine a into log mod of sine of x minus a plus c. Is that okay? Now integration is over. There is nothing common, nothing much to simplify. What we'll do is just rearrange this particular answer. So we'll write this as Therefore, the answer is x into cos of a plus sin a into log mod of sine of x minus a plus c. And that's our final answer. Now, it's very important that you solve these two sums which are of the same type. My dear students, we are not interested in the two trigonometric functions, but we are very much interested in the angles of these two trigonometric functions, and I have already explained how to deal with these angles. That's all we have in this module. Thank you very much.